Hey, and welcome into Vinny Rottino Baseball Academy. This is the channel where we're breaking down players. We're doing some swing instruction virtually. Send me your swings. Make sure you guys are sending some side video of your kids. You can email me at Vinny Rottino Baseball Academy at gmail.com and just kind of shoot it over and let me know if you want me to analyze your son or daughter's swing or even your own swing. I can help out. But this is the channel where we're doing that. We're also just talking baseball and we're just kind of imparting some wisdom, trying to anyway. And hopefully that helps out in your development of learning the game. Did want to mention real quick that Locked On, Vinny Rottino Baseball Academy is brought to you by Maggie Rottino Real Estate. My wife Maggie and her little brother Ricky Kuiper have done a phenomenal job with all their clients here in southeastern Wisconsin. If you are in the market to buy or sell, make sure you're reaching out to my wife or make sure you're reaching out to her little brother Ricky Kuiper on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, whatever. You can find people nowadays just using social media. Just DM them and let them know that you are interested. Maggie Rottino, Ricky Kuiper, the names for real estate in southeastern Wisconsin. Channel's also brought to you by Locked On Brewers Podcast. Dom Catronio and I are breaking things down as it pertains to the Milwaukee Brewers right now. Now that the lockout is over, we have plenty of content to talk about, a flurry of moves, transactions that have been going on. So if you guys are in the market for having a podcast to listen to on a daily basis, Dom Catronio and I is your one-stop shop for everything Milwaukee Brewers. But let's get into it. Thacher Casebolt, absolute stud of a player here. He's in 6th grade, goes to Gilmore Middle School in Racine, Wisconsin. He plays for the Sturdevant A's, and I work with him on Friday nights at my hitting clinic, and he has made a ton of strides. I've been working with him now. This is his 2nd year up at the hitting center with me, and he's just done a great job of really working hard, listening, understanding what we're trying to do and change about some of the things and how he moves through the baseball. But he's got a bright future. He's got a lot of talent. He's going to be a big, strong kid, just like his dad. But he's a fun player to work with. And I'm going to show you kind of, and when I do these breakdowns, the intent is not just to figure out what Thatcher Casebolt is doing and what he's been doing, because that's part of it. But another part of it is maybe you guys at home are working with a player, or you're a player yourself that might want to learn what to do in order to correct a certain movement pattern that one of the players that I'm breaking down, in this instance, Thatcher, is working on. And I have some ideas as to how to work through some of these things. And that's kind of the intent of this channel. Again, it is the idea that we can learn baseball just by paying attention, listening, and watching videos on things. I mean, you can learn anything now on YouTube. And this is obviously getting in depth on things, but it really is intended to help players kind of figure things out with their game. So here we go. Let's get into it here with Thatcher. And I'm going to share a screen here. So on the bottom screen, you can see right off the bat that the posture, what I work with him a lot, and what I work with a lot of players a lot, especially players that are kind of either late getting started, late in terms of where they're attacking the ball, or if they're losing the barrel underneath the plane quite a bit. I have them start with that left shoulder a little bit lower than the right shoulder. So as you can see, that the left shoulder is really pronounced lower than the right shoulder on the bottom video, as opposed to the top. Top's not bad. It is something that we've been working on for a while now. And so he reminds himself now, and it's phenomenal that he practices with a lot of focus, and his ability to kind of move that left shoulder down in the swing as a reminder in his setup. So that's a great job by Thatch. Okay, so here we're going to just take a couple looks at each swing right off the bat in full speed. Okay, like I said, an athletic kid, athletic move through the ball. The top one, he's late. And the bottom one, I'm going to show you what I did there. I'm acting a little bit goofy on this video, but what we're trying to accomplish is he connects with the ball super far out in front on this bottom swing and the proper contact point. It's a little bit out in front of that front foot. He really drove this baseball. On the top swing, it's hard to see in this video how he hit the ball on this top swing. Thatcher has a tendency to allow the ball to travel a little bit too deep into the hitting zone, and his front foot's never really firmly on the ground. He kind of rushes to get it there, and then he kind of just barrels balls up back here in the zone, and he does a good job of that. He hits a lot of balls to left field, to the shortstop, and to the left fielder. And that is a product of him just being a little late. Kudos to him. Really good hand-eye coordination, really, really good hand-eye coordination, that he is able to barrel up baseballs that are back here in the zone with, again, his front foot not really firmly planted on the ground, or if it is, it's rushed, and then barrel balls up this way into this side of the field, and he gets hits. What I'm trying to teach him to do is to kind of adjust that timing, adjust his brain to tell himself, okay, I'm going to make contact with the ball out here. So what I did is I told him I would do a cartwheel if he sold out. I often tell kids, look, I don't even care if you swing and miss. I just want you to feel what this should feel like in selling out to a pitch and selling out to the timing being way out here with that contact point. And I told him I'd do a cartwheel if he did it. So I've been doing a lot of cartwheels. I can't do a cartwheel. So this is what's going to be funny at the end of the video, because you're going to see one that doesn't resemble anything like a cartwheel, but he gets a kick out of it every time I do it. And it motivates him to go ahead and sell out and to feel what it feels like to make contact out here. I think these last couple of sessions up at the hitting center, since he's been able to do that, it's kind of clicked for him. And now all of a sudden, what we hope happens is that I won't continue to have to hurt myself or almost hurt myself by attempting cartwheels, but he will get that feeling of getting that barrel out here in this area, out in front of that front foot, being firmly on the ground. And again, his brain will start to realize, okay, that's the timing I need to hit this ball out here. And so that's kind of the intention, and that's kind of the motivation behind, the cartwheel thing. So let's take a look at how good this is on the bottom. He has a really good swing anyway. It's just a timing thing. So now look at where he's making contact with that baseball, way out in front here. And he smoked this baseball right back up the middle. If you see this swing on top, you can see, you can't see where the ball is, but look how more defensive this hitting position is up here. Immediately the shoulders get sloped this way uphill, and he's getting that front foot is kind of in a defensive position at this point. And so what I talk to about kids a lot is like, okay, we're not going to throw a punch from this position where we're kind of back and defensive. We're going to throw a punch where we're got both feet firmly on the ground. Our front shoulder is actually a little bit lower than our right shoulder at that launch position. So here, this is the thing that Thatcher, and again, he really talented kid, that he's able to barrel up the baseball from this position at launch, which is amazing. Again, it's late and he hits it to the left side, but it is a really, really good skill set that he has with his ability to barrel up the baseball, especially, like I said, from that position. So we want to get him more out in front here. So as you can see, I'm just going to compare how he makes contact with this baseball and where he makes contact with this baseball. And to the naked eye, and again, I'm take a look at that front foot. It's not even really firmly on the ground. Okay. And he just kind of turns and he hits it. Okay. It's a little bit off the barrel, inside on the barrel there, as you can see. But there's so much more in here if he just, and it doesn't look like that much, right? It's only a few inches, and that's all it takes in this game of baseball, but it is too deep. There's less leverage here, right? And so I'm going to draw a couple of lines where I'm pointing out, look how much further back onto that front foot. He's making contact on this one. It's out in front of that front foot. So, and he just got through that baseball, smoked it. And here's my cartwheel here that I told him I would do. Look at that. That is amazing. Finger up in the air, because just to save myself some embarrassment, act like it was okay. But anyway, Thatcher gets a kick out of this. and it's motivated him to continue to learn how to. And I'm just showing you guys a few times here, just because. Why not? Look at that dismount. Not even a cartwheel. I don't even know what you would call that. But there's my video on Thacher Casebolt. He's going to continue to work his tail off, and he's going to be a very, very good player. He's learned how to really kind of focus on what he's working on, and he's really, really improved. He's, like I said, he's athletic. He's a big, strong. He's going to be a big, strong man at some point. He's already developing physically. So I'm looking forward to watching him continue to develop. So there's Thacher Casebolt. Use this video if you would like, just to kind of understand how I got him to get that contact point out in front. If you have any players that are kind of hang back and wait and watch and be a little bit defensive as the ball's coming, there's some language, there's some ideas you can use to get them more out in front. So I hope that helps. Have a great one.